Hey everybody, welcome to another Buddy Reviews. Today we're checking out a pair of Eotech 558 replicas. These are from AKFIRE off of Amazon. If you saw my podcast interview on the Trifecta podcast, you'll probably remember that I shit all over these. Well, I am here to recant my shitting. Um, I had talked about those on the podcast. Very specifically, I was searching for some Eotech replicas for this Amazon video thing I'm planning on doing. And one of the things I wanted was an Eotech replica for this project. And I had done some research on Amazon itself, and all the stuff I saw about AKFIRE was extremely negative. So I had just talked about it, and I said, pretty sure I remember saying, I had no firsthand experience, but a lot of the reviews were negative. So I decided to do some firsthand experience, and I bought one because I had mentioned how I'd picked up one that was very good at a local swap meet, and I'm kind of shocked at how good these are. And then actually talking to a buddy of mine, he was like, "I got a bone to pick with you, buddy." Friend of the channel, he was like, "I have a bunch of AKFIRE Eotechs, and they're actually pretty nice." And was completely right. So these are the AKFIRE 558s. Enough of the backstory. They come with these two scope covers, or scope coats. A lot of the old school replicas do. And when you get these bad boys, they come in these cases. They're marked outside 558. So these are apparently all the replicas AKFIRE must make. 551, 2, 3, 6, 8, 18, 557, and G33. And they come in black, tan, dark earth. I'm not sure what AT is, and red. Make sure you look underneath your foam because you do have this Eotech fake informational sheet for the 558, and you also have a little cleaning cloth. On the bottom half, you have nothing, so there's nothing under there. But at the top, there is something hidden. They do have a little cutout so you can see the stuff under there. There you go. So they did copy these pretty well. I was shocked and surprised to actually have full trademarks on these all the way around. For law enforcement military use, Eotech, and Eotech, surprisingly. Same on the Dark Earth version. They look nice. They do come with CR123A batteries. These generic blue ones, these batteries are all right. If you're just need a quick battery for testing, they're great. I do recommend switching them out because these things don't seem to hold very well for long periods. Bless you. Hear my son sneezing in the background. He's apparently not taking his allergy medicine this morning. These are okay. I recommend getting some nice Surefire batteries. They just last longer and are better. But let's talk about the actual replicas. The black one and the tan one are identical, other than the coloration. You have the actual battery cavity right here. It is metal. Some people have said if you screw these down too tight or aren't careful, this whole piece can come out. So keep that in mind as being a possibility. I've yet to experience that. We actually now own 4 of these, 2 in dark earth, 2 in black, for me and my son. We have not tried actually zeroing them yet. We have found them right out of the box to be pretty decent on my son's M4. So we haven't gone through and actually messed with the zeroing yet. We'll see how they are on the MP5s. On the bottom here, there is a sticker, tells you CR123As, and it gives you a direction they go. So it goes male forward, like so. And they do have this small little retention lanyard metal right here. Well, that's kind of nice. Screw it in. I just hand tighten it so I don't run the risk of screwing up this internal cavity like I talked about. Not too crazy tight. And once you get it on, well, I'm going to turn this light out, guys, because it's going to reflect off the lens. There we go. And let's turn this thing on. Get it all the way up to its highest brightness setting. Okay, the one on my son's rifle seems to be a little brighter than this one. That is About as bright as it gets on this one. Not too bad. In broad daylight, it is not super bright, but you can still see it. Big thing I like and did notice is the back glass is pretty clear and pretty clean. And that is a big bonus for these. A lot of times Eotech replicas, the back glass is very shiny and like a mirror. Front glass, though, is extremely shiny, as you can see. So that is kind of an issue. Not too bad, but it is extremely shiny. Now, I need to try to find out a way to get some protection on these. I don't want to get the glass blown out playing with them. They're not too cheap, but they're not too expensive either, but still don't want to blow the glass out. Let's go ahead and drop the battery in the brown one, the flat dark earth. We'll see if there's a difference in the brightness on this one, because that one did seem a little dimmer than the other one we have. The flat dark earth one on my son's rifle seemed to be considerably brighter. So some things to note on this are the bottom bezel is also black on this, not dark earth or gold. Brightness seems to be about the same on this guy. And lens reflectivity is about the same. As you can see, still not bad. Pretty nice for a budget Eotech replica. I was actually surprised. We've already taken these out in the daylight and messed with them, and you can see pretty well. Now, they have the same issue where the farther you move, the bigger the reticle gets. As you can see, it grows and shrinks. So that is something to keep in mind. And, of course, you can see the reticle in there, so it's not a true holographic. Not too bad. I do like them for airsoft use. I don't know how well they would be for holding zero on a real rifle. I will tell you, they are finicky. Not finicky, but they do want and require a spec'd out rail. I had a non-spec'd rail that I had bought off Amazon for my MP5s, and these would not fit. None of the no optics I have that are spec'd for proper rails would fit. These, however, fit just fine on spec'd rails. You can tighten them via this little screw here. If they feel a little loose, you just take a screwdriver, a flathead, and tighten this screw right here, this adjuster a little bit, and you can get the proper tension on this lever. Press down here, just swing the lever out, and then drop it down. So very easy to do. All right, so what we're going to do now, I've talked enough about the fit, finish, and feel. I'm going to put this onto one of our replicas, and we're going to take it outside, and we're going to give you guys some video of how it looks under broad daylight, and some shots of it as far as the reticle and everything, and the glass under sun, so you guys can get a better idea what these look like. All right, everybody, we're outside with the AKFIRE Eotech. I apologize for the wind. It's a little breezy today. Audio may not be that great. Can't really tell if you can see the reticle. We can see it with our eyes. I can't see if you can see it through the camera all that great. It is washed out a little bit by the sun, but the one thing I will tell you that is really great, and what you're seeing with the camera also, is what you're not seeing, and that is a massive mirror-like reflection through the Eotech. You can see the backdrop just fine. So that is a huge win and a huge plus with this Eotech, this replica on the MP5. It looks good. Now, some of you out there might be like, oh man, that sucks. I can't really see the reticle all that great. Well, interesting fact, with a real Eotech 558, you can't actually see the reticle all that great in broad daylight either. And now something I did notice though, and I don't know if you're making this out in the camera all that great, is the housing is kind of sparkly. It's very shiny and sparkly looking right here. So the finish actually has a little bit of a shimmer to it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. All right, guys, so we're back on the table. We just came back in from outside. One thing I didn't touch on at the beginning of the video, which I should have, is so you do have a night vision button right here. That does not turn these IR. They are not IR. What that does do, though, is it turns your reticle, if I can find the button, green. So you have green and red. So that's kind of cool. Overall, I am a man that's willing to admit when he's wrong, and I was wrong about these AKFIREs, or at least this current generation and iteration of the AKFIRE 558 hollow sights. I don't know about the 551s, 2s, 3s, 6s, whatevers, and I can't speak on the magnifiers, but these 558s are very decent replicas, and I think more than good for airsoft use. Definitely going to be better for indoor play. They are more than capable for outdoor play, though, and they look good. They're going to look great on your replica. And if you're going for a look, if you're going for that build that the 558 is the optic you either wanted or needed for your impression, honestly, this is kind of a vibe. This is kind of a go. They are considerably less than a Holy Warrior, or the other company is escaping my mind. Editor will pop it up. She'll find it. We'll dig for it. There's another major company though that makes these like Elite Gear or something shit like that. But the two big ones, the two big ones out there that are well over $100 each. They both are fantastic. They both look great too. But man, you could save a lot of money and get one of these. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. I hope you got something out of this review. Thanks for watching. As always, if you like this content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's a little logo, helmet logo in the right-hand corner. Punch that guy in the head. Join us here. If you like this, this is what we do, and I love doing this channel. As always, get out there, play some airsoft, be a bunch of dorks, build some cool kits. Don't be scared to try different optics. Sometimes you're going to get a win. Like these actually turned out to be a win. Sometimes you're going to get a miss. If you get a miss, so be it. You're at the mercy of the airsoft gods. And as always, LARP smarter, not harder. And hopefully I'll see you on the field. Peace.